guys, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called England Fans Take Over Pub in Texas Ahead of First World Cup Game. This is from a channel called The Mirror. I had no idea they had pubs in Texas. Maybe it's a regular bar, but since we're in the World Cup and it's being invaded, Texas apparently is being invaded by England fans, then maybe they have to call it a pub by law. I don't know, so let's check it out and comment, like, and subscribe. What is it?
And adopting the culture as well, like.
Oh, with the boots.
It's every day now. They haven't bought that meat. They brought it. They're from Stoke. They are.
Yes, it's definitely different. I mean, we usually have people from out of town, but we've never seen it to the point where, I mean, they were together at Love Shack because we also run that place. And once they shut down, they all came here together and we're singing the same songs.
I don't think that woman has ever had to attend to, I don't know, a bunch of insane England fans ever in her life. The pub is being invaded.
Well, they've been good for the most part. I know they had a little bit of problems last night, but for the most part they were good. I mean,
what did they do?
They're here to drink. We can't be perfect.
I'm so curious what they were having trouble with.
Yeah, we were seeing them with the cowboy hats and singing the songs and two-stepping, so that's been also really nice to see.
Two-stepping, that's really funny actually. Where You Go Will Follow, John and Lucy Gallivants on Tour. Oh, Bristol Lovers and Hartlepool United. Are those clubs Kenneth Bucks?
How much they're all together. That's amazing. Like I said, you will.
Oh, but it makes me curious because from what I could gather, I'm not sure, but from what I could gather, the flags represented different clubs in England. That I thought they had rivalries, right? If I'm from one team, I shouldn't really, I'm not really in your team. So, but maybe this time it doesn't matter because we're in the World Cup and this is the only time and place in which I don't really care about sharing the space with other people from other clubs. Maybe that's what it is. It's an exception.
See people here from out of town, but not in a big group. Like traveling,
yeah, of course,
from bar to bar. Yeah. Even if they don't know each other, they're just adding on to.
That's called a pub crawl, right?
The group. That was really amazing to see because you do not see that.
The Americans have been sound. We were drinking with them last night.
I love it. They've been sound. It's great, right? That's good.
They're coming out with us today. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
One way to spend Father's Day.
Yeah, absolutely. So out here for Father's Day, is that the plan?
Well, that's just part of it. No, it's a much longer trip. So we've already been to see the Dutch-Japan game.
Okay.
And then we're obviously here for England-Croatia.
Yeah, right. Okay.
That's awesome. They were able to score tickets to several games, not just the ones from England. I think that's awesome.
Well, I always wanted to go to Texas. I mean, we got the games. I got lucky on the early draw. So
It's really funny to me how, I don't know, Texas, is it really that appealing to foreigners? I don't think, is there a lot of things to do over there? I don't know. I feel like there's not it's not so touristy, I believe.
Right. Yeah, we got the games before they even announced. Wow. Just got lucky on the England.
Yeah, that's so
and then we bought the Dutch and Japan game second hand just on the resale. So because we were here anyway.
Yeah, so why not?
It's a fair bit, but actually we've done it pretty smart.
Oh, good stuff.
So overall it's not been too bad actually.
Good. And the ticket prices.
Well, because we got them in the actual ballot, it was face value. I mean, it's still expensive.
Well, actually, early draw, so even got it discounted a little bit from what the fares are going now.
Yeah.
But if you don't know what,
I want to know so badly how much it costs. They said it was good price, but still not cheap. Okay, so how much are we talking about?
The games are you have to just buy a bunch and hope, and then sell whatever you have left. So we did okay, but it was sort of. I think the tickets now are going for like $800 each.
Well, I have a friend who said he just bought some quarter-final tickets for just over £2,000. But I mean, it's the stadium is
£2,000. That's over. I don't know. That's like $1,200. No, it's $2,300. Maybe $2,500. I don't know. It seems like a lot.
It is. Obviously air conditioned, perfect conditions, and
Yeah, nothing like that. I think.
I think you're just, let's be honest, you're not playing for the actual stadium, you're playing for, you know, the final, and that's what you're actually, you're paying for that. Not for the actual, oh, just the greatest stadium, you're paying for the experience of having been, you know, experienced and having been in the actual, you know, World Cup 2026 finale. So.
Ground is incredible. Yeah, honestly, I gotta say, we're sitting about next to some American fans, and they were like, "Oh, what's Wembley like?" And I said, "You'll be disappointed."
Yeah.
It's well overdue.
Oh no!
Yeah, it needs an upgrade. But yeah, Dallas is
Needs an
probably,
upgrade.
from what the sounds of it, is one of the best stadiums. Actually, exceptional ground. Gotta say, all air conditioned.
Yeah.
Which was
What is
great
it?
given how hot it was yesterday. Yeah,
The other
What's
day,
this so far?
he came up with this plan of going by Greyhound.
yeah, because I didn't know what it would be
And
like.
actually, it was really good for getting there.
Yeah.
Because it drops you off much closer to the stadium than
Oh.
the shuttle. So yeah.
Yeah, so you either got a 40-minute train, 20-minute bus, or you got a 20-minute train, 40-minute bus.
But, so yeah, I mean, you know, it's America, so we knew it was going to be a trek to get to the stadium. That's fine.
Yeah.
You'd think
It's so funny how they just knew it's the United States. We know it sucks. It's okay. Well, great. Good.
so.
Good to know.
I mean, okay, Ghana might be a surprise, but you'd think that probably this is the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely there's vengeance there from last time.
Yes, I can imagine.
Yeah, so I think it'll be tense. Well, England don't do well often to start.
Oh, okay. So
I think
they're not.
You know, I said
It's funny they're not hoping to get their team that far. So you know, well, that's the spirit.
this. I said psychologically, I think.
It's actually real funny to me because I just they bought. Well, oh no, it was a friend, right? The friend bought the finale tickets without knowing. You're hoping for England, but who knows? Apparently, they're not that hopeful. I don't think England's gonna make it. Which I think it's funny, but it's quite realistic. So you know, who knows? We'll see.
Brits are a bit negative,
Yeah.
and I think it gets in the heads of
Really?
British
Yeah.
players when they go out. Because when you're out,
Yeah, they're negative. You're the negative one. Well, maybe it affects the players, but it also affects the fans. Everyone's super negative, or maybe realistic. That would be another way to put it. You know, the glass is half full.
here, you can see how like relaxed and positive
Yeah,
it is.
absolutely,
So I think that they'll struggle to start off with,
Right.
but I think they'll do well.
Why does it struggle?
I maybe because I'm just blindly delusional, but we got to win against
Yeah.
Croatia.
I'm going for 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, essentially been the last two World Cups.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, Qatar and Russia. It's very different. I mean, Qatar you could go to 2 or 3 matches in a day.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's very easy to get into the grounds. Stadiums were amazing. as well.
Oh, I was trying to figure it out why. It's because, yes, in Qatar, it was just one country, and I guess it was in different cities. But in this case, because you're literally in 3 different countries, I can't get around that easily.
Yeah.
But, you know, everything around the game is much better.
Yeah, we're going on the Croatia game, yeah.
Great stuff. And out here for the whole tournament, or?
We're out here for a couple of weeks.
Oh, brilliant.
We'll be going home.
It was meant to go on
group
Wednesday,
stage. Yeah,
no,
we're going home.
Thursday.
I love that how many people that actually go to several games. It's not just one game, which I guess makes sense if you're already there. You bought your ticket. It's sort of I have to be. I have to go to several games, right? It's just because I'm not wasting all my trip in just one, right?
We'll extend it for another week now.
Oh, right, great
I'm
stuff.
flying back Friday. So
Okay, right.
We'll probably be when the group stage finished.
Okay, so I'm planning on Boston and New York then? Is
Yeah,
that
we're
the
going to
plan?
try and get to Boston, but I have to sit on, obviously,
They're
on
open.
the,
Yeah.
on the airplane and stuff. But
So you're not tempted to come back out if England get far?
I've already left one job to come out here.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
What?
They only
Absolutely
Well, that's a true fan, I
quit your
guess.
job, or?
Yeah, so I left one job. I was meant to fly home yesterday. Left my job, started a new job 3 months ago, and then stayed out till after the England game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Fantastic. Mind me asking what you do?
Chef.
And then now that the
crazy.
football is here in town, we're even more. All the English fans I met, I'm 30 probably this morning, and it's early. And just great. Love to have y'all here. Y'all are going to have a great time at the stadium. It
I
is
can-
awesome
yeah.
over there.
I can
Hope
tell.
y'all fill it up like the one Thursday did, because we have people from all over the world all the time, but there's more. There's a lot
Yes,
more.
there's a lot more.
And everybody I meet just love talking to, and they talk to me and tell them a little history about the stockyards here, and It's been great, except for the heat. Everybody loves it. It's been really hot
it's
here,
really hot,
humid.
right?
It's not usually this humid here.
Oh, the players. They're the players, right? They're the England players. This is so fun. You actually get to see them train. Is that how they train? I'm concerned by the heat. If it was that hot, these people shouldn't be in the outside just chilling. Get in the shade. You're getting sunburned, and you can get sick. You can get heat sick. Oh, they could. They're training in the open field. How are they watching this? What? I thought it was private. But maybe this is just official clips. Okay, these are official clips. They're released for you to know. I imagine someone just spying on them with a camera. And I thought that was private, right?
That's we've seen in the last 20 minutes starting out their pre-activation sessions. We've seen Morgan Rogers absolutely drowning himself in something before he came out. I want to focus on Thomas to
It's so funny without the context. It looks like they're PE in PE class. It's funny because again, you don't really know. It doesn't really look that different unless, well, of course, they actually start playing, and when they start using the ball, it's they're professional players. They're not actually in PE class, and of course they look, not that they look old, but they just look a little bit, not exactly school age. But I love this. It's really funny. I think one of the parts and one of the better things about the World Cup experience, if you actually get to travel to the country or countries, as it is in this case, is just experiencing the culture of every single place that is actually where all the games are being played. One of them mentioned, I think, that he was trying to make it to Boston, which again is really, really fun because you have the Texas culture and the Texas sort of experience. I think it's just very different from the one in Boston. They're very different cities. So I just love the idea, and that's probably sort of the best. I don't know what, maybe it's not the best. I don't know. I think if you're just lucky enough to actually go to one of these things and travel, and you go to the country, and in this case, all of them were in the U.S. I'm wondering how it goes when you're able to travel. In this case, as it is in 3 different countries. I don't know if that has been done before. I have no idea. But I just like the idea of you sort of experiencing each culture, and it's really fun. Obviously, if you are between states and cities between the same country, it's going to be a little bit more compacted. Obviously, if you're able to go to all the countries, it's going to be this really, really, this very multicultural experience. But it's really, again, and even better if you're able to do like the guy that said, they went to Qatar. I can't remember if they went to Russia, but he was mentioning, we went to Qatar, and it was a very, very different thing. And yes, because obviously the culture is going to be different. So all the vibes are going to be different. All the activities are going to be different. I just like it. And it's really fun how these people take it really seriously. The ones that were just, they were dressed in Texas, the Texas boots and that. But they had sort of an open shirt. I just think it's really funny. It's they're it's not appropriation obviously, but they're wanting. No one's gonna tell them like, no, you have to take those off. No, it's really good. Obviously, it shows that they're really enjoying, I think, the cultural part and the cultural sort of exchange in a World Cup. I don't know how much of an exchange though, because if you're going for with the bar lady. She was mentioning, they were a little crazy, but still, even if you're not actually sort of talking and experiencing this along with them, because again, you have a bar, a restaurant, or whatever, you're still kind of experiencing the culture because you're witnessing how these people behave in their natural environment, in their natural habitat. Because even though they're not in England, like she said, it's crazy because it's really different. And I think the World Cup, experience is just a very different thing. Because she mentioned it's not that we don't get tourists. Obviously, we get tourists and people from all other places. But it's sort of scattered. Everyone goes and it's just maybe one person, 2 people, maybe a little group of 5 or 6 people. But in this case, no, it's an actual, like they said, it's an actual takeover. So it's just very fun. And again, that part of the cultural exchange, because you're able to see, obviously the ones I think are winning, it's maybe 80-20 in this exchange. Obviously the ones that are traveling to you, they're going to be the 80%. But you know, the 20% actually get to see how people from that country behave, and they lose their marbles, which again, I thought it was quite calm, to be honest. A little crazy, but quite calm. I think the stories with the England fans specifically is that because they're so into football and they're so, you know, they're very intense about this. I was expecting something a little bit crazier, and because again, not to be all cliche or stereotypical, but I think the cliche is that English fans do drink a lot, not in a bad way. They just really like their drink. They really enjoy, you know, their party on, and they really enjoy their alcohol. So I think things could have gone very poorly because it's their vacation. They're cutting it, you know, they're letting loose. So it's, oh my God, this is a disaster. But no, apparently it was fine. They apparently had some trouble. Would have loved to know what was the actual trouble. But still, I just think, it's really funny because you actually like get to experience how these people behave, you know, and you can see, I can see where the stereotype comes from. Or the opposite. No, you know, it's absolutely not. I have no idea why the opposite is like that. But it's why that's the cliche if they're behaving in the opposite way. But I love how because I don't know why I foolishly thought, well, maybe they go to one game and then they go, because again, it's just going to depend, and I understand, on budget, on your vacation time constraints. But most of these people that they were interviewing, they were getting there for their long haul. It's, yes, you know, I'm not leaving in 3 days. I'm gonna be staying there. They mentioned it for a few weeks. So I think it's just very fun because it's not just a World Cup. I think you just make it a whole sort of vacation, and I think that just makes it a little bit better. It's you have a vacation plan with a lot of other activities, because I guess you're probably saying, because I know I would, it's when in Rome. You know, if I'm buying the ticket and I'm going and I'm taking, you know, some time off to go here, I'm not just going to every single World Cup game. I want to experience the culture as well. I want to go and travel the cities as well. So yes, you know, I'm going to make it a vacation, and it's a World Cup vacation, but it's not necessarily, the World Cup, it's the mindset, and I'm only going to the World Cup games. No, you know, you actually do other things, which I think it's great. And other really funny thing that it's so funny how the guy was mentioning this. He was, we're very pessimistic and they're quite negative, and even the players are quite negative. It's, oh my God, the players are negative, the fans are negative. So everyone in England is apparently, again, maybe let's not call it negative. Let's call it realistic. Let's call it measured. They weren't, this sort of braggadocio. Oh, I'm gonna win them all. No, it's very, we're probably gonna lose, but I don't care. I'm still going to the games. It's really funny how, oh my God, you have with a defeatist mentality. How are you rooting for your team? But I guess this is really not. It doesn't really matter if they win or they lose. What's important is for you to support your team and for you to have fun, which I think it's obviously the sort of the end game here, because if you're gonna be my end game is for my country to win. Well, that's only going to be true for only one. So, it's better if you just go and like this guys and be, it's better to be, I think that's as a usual rule, I always say, it's better to be, pleasantly surprised than disappointed. So I think it's a great way to, and probably English people, I think, agree with me on this. It's better to be cautious and be, again, we're being realistic. It's fine. We're not going to win. But then if you do win, it's exciting. But then, if you're expecting the best and then it doesn't happen, it's really disappointing. So again, maybe manage your expectations, and if you expect the worst, it's going to surprise you. Life will surprise you along the way, hopefully. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.